sleepy traveler. As the day begins to fade and the world around you settles into quiet rest, allow yourself to do the same. Find a comfortable position now, perhaps lying back or nestling into your favorite chair. Take a gentle, deep breath. Feel your shoulders soften and slowly let it out, releasing any lingering thoughts or tensions. With each breath, you are simply invited to listen, to let your mind drift, and to journey with me to a place of profound peace and quiet wonder. Tonight, we venture into the vast and timeless tapestry of the star ocean, not to the bustling command centers or the heart of great battles, but to a quiet, forgotten corner where the untold stories of the Federation and the Quadrites gently reside. Imagine, if you will, floating silently through the endless dark until a soft, internal light begins to glow, guiding you. You arrive at a hidden research station, far from any known trade route, a sanctuary dedicated to contemplation. Your eyes gently open to a chamber bathed in the soft, distant shimmer of 1,000 stars. A low-lit console, humming almost imperceptibly, faces a panoramic viewport that stretches across an entire wall. Beyond it, the star ocean unfolds, a breathtaking canvas of nebulae swirling like cosmic paint and distant galaxies glimmering like scattered jewels. This is the Stellar Archive, a place where the echoes of ancient civilizations and future dreams quietly converge. Here, the long-held secrets of the Federation's founding and the enigmatic origins of the Quadrites wait patiently. For a gentle observer, you drift further into this quiet space where the whispers of galactic history gently stir. The air around you feels still, carrying only the faint, steady hum of ancient databanks, a soft, almost musical resonance that lulls the senses. Ahead, a vast, circular chamber unfolds, its high walls lined with softly illuminated panels and shimmering projections. This is not a bustling command center or a vibrant market, but a forgotten repository, a sanctuary of information dedicated to the long, meandering journey of civilizations. Soft, ethereal light emanates from a central console, casting a gentle, blue-tinged glow upon holographic displays that slowly rotate like slow-moving nebulae. Here, between the stars captured in light, you begin to discern faint, yet distinct symbols, the proud, familiar emblem of the Federation, a stylized, soaring bird, rendered in elegant silver light. And nearby, intricately woven, the crystalline patterns associated with the enigmatic quadrites, shimmering with an inner luminescence. These are not symbols of conflict, but of shared history, of intertwined destinies, woven into the very fabric of a universe that has seen countless dawns and quiet evenings. You observe how countless lines of data, like shimmering, interwoven threads, connect these two great powers, hinting at forgotten alliances, lingering disagreements, and profound moments of quiet understanding that together shaped the very untold story of the star ocean. The profound silence of this chamber, broken only by the gentle hum, invites a calm contemplation, allowing the mind to wander through epochs of peace and pivotal decisions, held in the soft, cosmic embrace of glowing information. Everything here speaks of a history waiting patiently to unfold, not with urgency, but with the quiet dignity of time. From the soft, cosmic embrace of glowing information, your gentle journey continues. You drift a little deeper into the vast archives, where the stories of the Federation and the Quadrites unfold not in hurried chapters, but in quiet, shimmering data streams. Imagine a chamber just ahead, bathed in the softest nebular light, where ancient holographic displays hum with barely audible energy. These are not screens to be rushed, but luminous tapestries woven from countless historical records, each pixel a whisper of bygone eras. Here, you might see a gentle star map slowly rotating, charting the early expansion routes of the Federation, or perhaps a serene image of a quadrite homeworld, vibrant with alien flora under twin suns, long before the complexities of interstellar diplomacy. The air itself feels still and pure, carrying the faint, comforting scent of ionized particles and distant, deep space. Soft, distant hum of technology, a few silent, automated maintenance drones glide along unseen pathways, their presence a quiet assurance of continuity, always tending to the precious data that tells the untold story. The narratives are layered, displayed in a way that respects their depth and significance. You observe a segment detailing early cultural exchanges, then another showcasing the subtle shifts in technological development, each panel glowing with a self-contained, peaceful radiance. It's a quiet testament to shared histories, to divergences and convergences, all presented with the calm perspective of time. This chamber is a place of profound memory, where the past is not forgotten, but gently held, inviting only quiet contemplation from the central display. The gentle hum of the chamber guides your attention towards a series of smaller alcoves lining the curved walls. Each alcove holds its own unique archive, a soft glow emanating from within, inviting closer inspection. One such recess, bathed in a muted, warm light, presents a holographic diorama. It depicts the tentative, almost shy, first encounters between early Federation scouts and Quadrite exploratory vessels, not a clash of empires, but a quiet, cautious dance of two burgeoning civilizations, meeting across the vastness of the star ocean. The forms are simplified, almost emblematic. The sleek, familiar lines of a Federation starship, its sensors reaching out, and the more organic, intricate silhouette of a quadrite craft, its energy signatures pulsing with a soft, inquiring rhythm. There's no sound, only the slow, graceful movement of light, illustrating the delicate process of deciphering intentions, understanding subtle gestures across light years. These are not the grand battles or political treaties that fill public archives, but the smaller, more personal moments of initial contact, the shared wonder at alien stars, the first decoded greeting, the quiet recognition of intelligence. A faint, almost imperceptible shimmer plays across the surfaces of the vessels in the diorama, like distant starlight reflecting on polished metal. Below this scene, embedded in the wall, rests a singular, smooth, dark crystal. It doesn't glow with power, but seems to absorb the soft light, holding within it the silent echoes of those very first transmissions. It's a relic, a silent witness to the dawn of a relationship that would shape galaxies. The chamber itself seems to breathe with these stories, a gentle guardian of histories meant for quiet reflection. The chamber, indeed, holds these quiet histories, an archive of galactic understanding whispered through time. Your gaze might gently drift to a large, softly glowing holographic display that dominates one section of the circular room. It portrays not a map of conflicts, but a vast, star-strewn canvas of pathways. Early Federation scout routes are meticulously traced in shimmering blue, delicate lines, winding through nebulae and past fledgling star systems. And then, subtle, almost imperceptible at first, you see the deeper, richer hues of Quadrite exploration paths, like ancient currents flowing through the same cosmic sea. These paths, for a long era, ran parallel, distinct, and separate, each civilization quietly charting its own destiny among the stars. But as the display slowly, almost imperceptibly, progresses, gentle lights begin to highlight points where these two great currents first drew near, not with a sudden clash, but with a silent, mutual observation. Perhaps a newly formed nebula, independently mapped by both, or a distant pulsar, its rhythmic beat recorded in separate archives. This is the untold story of shared curiosity, of parallel dreams unfolding across the vastness. The whispers of the Federation's early astrophysicists, marveling at a unique celestial phenomenon, are mirrored here by the quiet observations of Quadrite cartographers charting the very same distant light. There are no grand pronouncements here, no treaties signed, no alliances forged, only the quiet, scientific recognition of another intelligent presence, a silent acknowledgement across the void. The display shifts again, showing faint, almost forgotten records of a shared astronomical anomaly, independently studied by both cultures. A silent testament to an era before agendas, before territories were drawn, when the universe was simply a grand canvas for shared wonder. The soft, rhythmic hum of the holographic projection fills the chamber, a lullaby woven from distant stars and ancient, quiet discoveries. This sense of beginnings, of two great entities unknowingly orbiting each other, bound by the silent, gravitational pull of the cosmos itself, gently settles around you, inviting a peaceful drift. The subtle, gravitational hum of their intertwined histories continues to resonate, a quiet echo in the vastness. Imagine now drifting into a chamber bathed in the soft, cool light of a distant nebula, a space dedicated to the very fabric of these cosmic tales. Here, the untold story isn't just a phrase, but a tapestry woven from starlight and time itself. Around you, gentle holographic projections flicker, displaying star charts that trace the nascent reaches of the early Federation. Alongside them, in shimmering, almost ghost-like patterns, are the faint, sprawling constellations that mark the initial expansion of the Quadrites. These aren't maps of conflict, but rather of quiet coexistence, of territories slowly blossoming in the grand star ocean. You might observe a terminal, its screen aglow with flowing data streams charting the subtle energy signatures of early Quadrite expeditions, or the first tentative warp signatures of Federation scout ships. No alarm sound, no urgency presses, only the serene unfolding of galactic history. The data flows like a tranquil river of information, hinting at shared cosmic dust, at systems that were once neutral ground, at the quiet periods of growth before any lines were sharply drawn. This chamber is a sanctuary of discovery where the earliest chapters of their story are preserved, not with grand declarations, but with the silent poetry of cosmic movements. It's here that one might begin to understand the invisible threads that connected them long before their names became known. A quiet prelude to destiny. The soft, ambient hum of the ancient data core cradles these moments, allowing them to gently unfold for you, inviting a deeper, calmer rest. The soft, ambient hum of the ancient data core cradles these moments, allowing them to gently unfold for you, inviting a deeper, calmer rest. Within its silent chambers, holographic projections shimmer into being, not with urgent messages, but with echoes of a time before the grand narratives were written. You can almost perceive the early, tentative explorations of the Federation, their starships charting courses through nebulae, yet unnamed. These are not the vessels of war, but of quiet curiosity, their sensors reaching out into the vastness, cataloging the beauty of newly discovered celestial bodies. And then, alongside these nascent journeys, the subtle signatures of the Quadrites begin to emerge, not as adversaries, but as another presence, a distinct energy pattern traced across shared star systems. Perhaps a fleeting encounter on a remote outpost, a brief, respectful exchange of data, or simply the parallel development of two civilizations, unaware of the complex tapestry their futures would weave together. The data core presents these fragments like dust motes dancing in a sunbeam, each one a whisper of an era long past. The interface itself is smooth, cool to the touch, and glows with an inner light that casts soft, shifting patterns across the archival walls. Each pane of historical data seems to flow into the next, a river of time moving with serene purpose. No alarms, no urgent alerts, just the gentle unfolding of what was, offering a quiet glimpse into the very first threads that would eventually connect these two great powers. The calm continues to deepen, allowing you to simply observe, to rest, and to let the untold story whisper its gentle secrets, the whispers of history, like soft currents in the vast star ocean, carry us further now. We drift gently from those very first threads towards a time when understanding began to blossom between the nascent Federation and the mysterious Quadrites. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, almost forgotten celestial observation post, nestled on the edge of a tranquil nebula. It's a place built not for conflict, but for contemplation, for the patient study of distant lights and the stories they hold. Here, within its softly lit circular chamber, ancient terminals hum with a barely perceptible thrum, subtle, low hum. Their screens display constellations long since charted and the orbital paths of forgotten vessels. These aren't the grand, imposing interfaces of a bustling Federation starship, nor the cryptic, glowing patterns often associated with Quadrite technology. Instead, they are simpler, older, bridging the aesthetic of both, as if designed in a shared, hopeful era. One terminal, in particular, showcases a shimmering, almost living map. Not a map of war zones or strategic routes, but of early exploration paths, faint lines tracing where Federation scout ships first glimpsed Quadrite energy signatures, and where Quadrite probes, in turn, detected nascent Federation colonies. It's a tapestry of initial curiosity woven with the silent respect of two emerging civilizations. Dust motes dance in the gentle light, filtering through a wide, curved viewport, revealing the serene swirl of the nebula, outside a painterly blend of soft purples and blues, utterly still. This quiet sanctuary, a testament to shared beginnings, invites you to simply observe the silent dialogue of data and light. The untold story continues to unfold, not in grand declarations, but in these subtle, shared moments of discovery. Let the warmth of this ancient place wrap around you as the currents of history gently carry you deeper into slumber. As you settle deeper into the soft comfort, the ancient warmth shifts, gently guiding you through a softly lit corridor. The air here is still, carrying only the faint, rhythmic hum of distant energy, like a quiet breath of the past. You find yourself in what feels like a Chronicle chamber, a vast, circular room where the echoes of time are not lost, but carefully preserved within shimmering data. Around you, gentle light emanates from holographic displays, each one like a window into forgotten moments. They glow with soft blues and greens, casting a tranquil luminescence across polished metallic surfaces and the quiet curves of the architecture. These aren't urgent alerts, but silent, moving tapestries of data, charting the intricate dance between the Federation and the Quadrites, a relationship now understood through the lens of peace. Perhaps you see a shimmering star map, slowly rotating, highlighting systems once contested, now merely points of historical interest on a cosmic canvas. Or a serene image of an early Federation council, their faces calm and thoughtful, deliberating treaties that shaped galactic peace, their wisdom captured in silent light. Then, a subtle shift to a quadrite data glyph, intricate and elegant, detailing their scientific advancements, not in conflict, but in quiet pursuit of knowledge, their contributions illuminated for all to see. The untold story unfolds here, not in loud pronouncements, but in the silent flow of data streams, the gentle flicker of forgotten communications. It's a history understood through careful study, through peaceful reflection, far removed from the clamor of the past. The room itself seems to breathe with this quiet knowledge, inviting you to simply observe, to absorb the gentle weight of shared history. Let your gaze drift across these ancient, illuminated records, feeling the calm assurance of a past laid bare, without judgment, just quiet understanding. The soft glow of the displays seems to slow your own thoughts, inviting a deeper sense of tranquility. This tranquil scene guides your thoughts further inward, towards a deep and restful sleep. As the untold stories lull you into slumber, the stillness deepens, carrying you further into the quiet core of understanding. Before you now, a hushed chamber unfolds, not grand or imposing, but functional and filled with the silent whispers of history. This is a secure archive, a place where the lesser-known chronicles of the Federation and the Quadrites are carefully preserved. Soft, ambient light emanates from long, narrow data screens that line the curved walls, casting gentle glows on the polished floor. Here, the vastness of the star ocean's past is contained within intricate data crystals and meticulously cataloged memory banks. You might observe a flickering holographic projection, slowly cycling through ancient star charts, showing early exploratory routes taken by Federation vessels, their paths tracing delicate lines across nebulae. Or perhaps a dormant quadrite data slate, its surface etched with symbols that hint at complex mathematical equations far beyond current understanding, glowing with an internal rhythmic pulse. No harsh sounds intrude, only the almost imperceptible hum of the archive's life support and the soft whir of cooling systems. Each piece of information, each artifact, seems to hold its breath, waiting for the right moment to reveal its untold chapter. The air is cool, clean, and carries a faint, metallic scent, like distant circuitry, It invites a quiet contemplation, allowing your mind to drift over the profound depth of these forgotten connections, pulling you deeper into a peaceful state where thoughts become as calm as the data streams flowing silently around you. As your thoughts continue their gentle descent, imagine them arriving at a place of profound quietude. This is not a bustling city or a starship's bridge, but a vast, silent data archive deep within a forgotten corner of the galaxy. Its walls rise high, composed of countless shimmering conduits, each holding centuries of information, the very whispers of galactic history. Soft, low hum soft, diffused light spills from overhead panels, illuminating pathways that stretch into the peaceful distance. Here, the untold story of the Federation and the Quadrites rests, not in loud proclamations, but in the silent hum of meticulously preserved records. You see holographic projections flicker gently, showing ancient star charts where Federation exploration routes brush against Quadrite cosmic pathways, a delicate dance of nascent civilizations. Perhaps a display shifts, revealing the early, hesitant communiques, translated and archived with care. There are no dramatic battles here, only the quiet, patient unfolding of shared discovery, of two distinct cultures learning to coexist and thrive across the star ocean. Each data node, each shimmering conduit, holds a piece of this delicate tapestry. The air itself feels still and ancient, carrying the faint, clean scent of ozone from the silent servers. It's a place where time seems to slow, allowing every fragment of history to be contemplated in its own serene space. Your mind rests here, among these preserved echoes, watching the silent dance of light and information, feeling the immense calm of such timeless knowledge. The timeless knowledge in this silent repository seems to hum with a gentle energy, inviting a deeper, more peaceful exploration. Your quiet contemplation drifts now, moving softly through the tranquil corridors of archived information. You find yourself drawn to a chamber where light shimmers differently, cast from a series of elegant, low-lying consoles. These are not for active input, but for quiet observation. Here, holographic displays glow with soft, ethereal blues and greens, painting delicate star charts and ancient script in the air. These shimmering forms trace the subtle movements of long-past alliances and the quiet, often unwritten, understanding between the Federation and the Quadrites. The data isn't loud or demanding. It flows with the gentle rhythm of historical currents, showing the ebb and flow of peaceful exchanges, shared scientific endeavors, and the quiet diplomacy that built bridges across star systems. You observe the faint, symbolic representations of Quadrite vessels, sleek and elegant, alongside early Federation exploratory ships, all depicted in harmonious, interwoven paths across the celestial canvas. The air itself feels still and undisturbed, holding the weight of centuries of peaceful coexistence, quietly waiting to be remembered. Each display is a window into a moment, a conversation, a shared discovery, all unfolding slowly, without sound, in this quiet corner of the Universal Library. The only sound is the almost imperceptible thrum of the data stream, a lullaby of information, a soft whisper of history across time. It's a space dedicated to the quiet truths, the stories rarely told in grand narratives, but essential to the fabric of this star-spanning piece. The glow from the holograms gently illuminates the smooth, polished surfaces of the consoles, reflecting the quiet dance of information, inviting you to simply watch, to simply be present with these silent echoes of the past. The soft, diffused glow from the illuminated consoles deepens, painting long, peaceful shadows across the cool, polished floor of the archive chamber. It's a space crafted for quiet contemplation, for the patient, unhurried discovery of echoes from ages past, stories that whisper across the expanse of time. Beyond the primary control panels, where silent data streams once flowed in endless currents, a large holographic projection shimmers into existence. It doesn't display urgent alerts or rapid tactical movements, nor does it pulse with the immediacy of real-time events. Instead, it presents a slow, mesmerizing map of star systems, vast and tranquil. Countless tiny points of light, each one a world, a moon, a distant nebula, drift and orbit in serene, unhurried patterns across the void. This vast, shimmering tableau charts the immense expanse once navigated by both the Federation and the Quadrites, their intertwined histories and silent agreements, etched into every glowing star and swirling gas cloud. This quiet star map, a magnificent, living echo of ancient journeys, displays territories long settled, pathways long charted, and perhaps even whispers of untold stories still held within its ethereal, sparkling light. There are no urgent data streams here, no frantic communications, no alarm signals to disturb the peace, only the gentle, rhythmic dance of cosmic bodies. It is a silent chronicle of grand empires and pioneering explorations, a profound testament to the quiet power of knowledge, carefully preserved within these hushed walls, far removed from the bustling clamor of active space lanes. The air here is perfectly still, the profound silence broken only by the soft, almost imperceptible hum of the holographic projection itself. It's like a lullaby of the cosmos, a gentle invitation to simply watch and to slowly, deeply rest. The holographic projection shimmers, a silent, swirling tapestry of starlight and nebulae. As your gaze drifts across its surface, you begin to discern two distinct, softly glowing constellations, slowly orbiting one another within the cosmic dance. These are the spectral echoes of the Federation and the Quadrites, their stories intertwined, stretching back through countless millennia, presented not as a lecture, but as a visual poem of time. It is here, in the quiet observation of their celestial ballet, that the untold story truly resides. This isn't a chronicle of grand battles or dramatic treaties, but rather a whisper of shared nebulae, common star lanes, and the slow, patient unfolding of mutual understanding. The projection subtly shifts, transforming from a broad galactic map to a more focused view of a single star system, one where the early Federation vessels once charted unknown cosmic currents, perhaps encountering the Quadrite explorers for the very first time. You can almost see the faint, ghostly outlines of their respective ships, paused in a silent, respectful reconnaissance across the vastness, their forms rendered in soft, ethereal light. The quiet hum of the projector is the only companion in this vast, archive-like chamber. Soft, ambient light from the holographic display casts gentle shadows across the surrounding console, reflecting off polished, dark surfaces. The air is still, carrying the faint, clean scent of filtered space station air, cool and refreshing. The untold story is not shouted from the digital archives, but felt in the quiet reverence of these silent images, in the immense scale of the shared universe they depict. It's a story of patient evolution, of distant echoes, inviting you to simply watch the stars continue their silent, eternal waltz, and to let your own thoughts drift peacefully among them. The silent waltz of stars, a dance that continues, echoes not just of creation, but of the quiet sagas woven through the cosmos. Among these countless lights, some whisper of tales less told, of forces that shaped civilizations across vast interstellar distances. Tonight, we drift towards the subtle energy fields that once charted the course of the Star Federation and the mysterious, often misunderstood Quadrites. Imagine a space, not grand and bustling, but a hushed chamber deep within an ancient, decommissioned orbital station. Here, forgotten by the main currents of galactic travel, information flows in soft, luminous currents. Data streams, depicted as gentle ribbons of light, trace the early exploratory paths of Federation vessels, their initial cautious probes into uncharted sectors. You see how their lines of influence slowly expanded, a delicate filigree against the deep indigo of projected star charts, and then, almost imperceptibly, other patterns emerge. These are the spectral hints of the Quadrites, not aggressive incursions, but rather subtle shifts in stellar energy signatures or peculiar gravitational anomalies logged in obscure archives. Their presence was often felt before it was truly seen, a ripple in the fabric of space that hinted at advanced, yet profoundly different, understandings of the universe. The untold story isn't one of clashing empires, but of these quiet, almost subliminal interactions, of two distinct philosophies brushing against each other across the cosmic canvas. The chamber hums with a barely audible energy, a gentle thrumming that seems to resonate with the vast silence of space itself. On one large holographic display, a single glowing star system slowly rotates, highlighting a nebula where the earliest, most delicate contacts between these entities were first theorized. It's a silent testament to a history unfolding with such slowness, such cosmic patience, that its true meaning can only be perceived when all is calm and all is quiet. In the hushed heart of the Federation's oldest archival station, a single soft light illuminates a chamber dedicated to the very first observations of the Quadrites. This isn't a place of grand monuments, but of quiet contemplation, where the vastness of known space and the deeper mysteries beyond it converge. Ancient star charts, etched onto polished metal and glowing with a faint, internal luminescence, drift gently in the air, depicting nebulae where the initial, indistinct energy signatures of these elusive entities were first recorded. One particular chart, larger than the rest, centers on a region now known as the Veiled Expanse, a cosmic tapestry of dust and nascent stars, where the boundary between known and unknown seems to blur. A gentle hum, almost imperceptible, emanates from a series of crystalline data storage units embedded in the chamber's walls. These units hold centuries of passive observation data, the slow, patient accumulation of whispers from across the void. Here, the story of the Federation and the Quadrites isn't told in dramatic battles or urgent communiques, but in the subtle shifts of cosmic radiation, the faintest gravitational anomalies, and the gradual, almost geological formation of understanding. Dust motes dance in the soft light, filtering through a viewing port, revealing a distant, serene starfield, mirroring the slow, deliberate pace of the research conducted within these walls. Each flicker on a console, each tiny glyph on a display, represents another piece of the untold story, patiently waiting to be perceived, understood, and woven into the grand tapestry of galactic history. It's a story told not in words, but in the quiet, persistent pulse of the universe itself. That quiet, persistent pulse of the universe continues to echo, a gentle rhythm that guides us now to a silent chamber deep within an ancient station. This isn't a place of bustling command centers or urgent transmissions, but a sanctuary of observation. Imagine a vast, curved window, not of glass, but of pure, unbroken energy stretching out before you. Through it, the star ocean unfolds in all its quiet majesty. Countless stars, like scattered diamonds on black velvet, drift slowly, forming constellations both familiar and long forgotten. Here, in this stillness, the untold stories seem to whisper from the cosmic dust itself. Perhaps this was once a Quadrite outpost, a place where their scholars observed the flow of civilizations, or a Federation archive where the silent records of first contact were stored. Holographic projections shimmer softly in the air, displaying intricate star charts, tracing ancient trade routes, or perhaps even the subtle, invisible boundaries that once separated empires. They glow with a faint, warm light, casting a gentle sheen on the polished metallic surfaces of the room. The only sound is a low, almost imperceptible hum, the lifeblood of the station, a comforting, steady presence. It's a place designed for contemplation, for truly seeing asterisk, the grand narrative unfolding across the light years, where the past and future of the Federation and the Quadrites are written in the patterns of the stars themselves. Each glimmering point, each swirling nebula, holds a piece of that quiet history, waiting to be rediscovered by those who choose to simply observe and listen. Imagine now a deep, still chamber, far from any bustling port or urgent mission. This is not a place of conflict, but of quiet reflection, a sanctuary built for the patient study of the cosmos. Through its vast, arched viewport, the endless tapestry of the star ocean unfolds, a living archive of light and shadow. Here, the distant hum of the ship's life support systems is barely a whisper against the profound silence of space. In the center of this chamber, a holographic projector casts a soft, blue-green glow. It illustrates the intricate pathways of the Federation's earliest exploratory routes, tracing gentle arcs across star systems that once seemed impossibly far. And intertwined with these familiar lines, almost like complementary threads in a tapestry, are the faint, luminous trails representing the Quadrites' own migrations and their peaceful, strategic settlements. No grand battles are highlighted, no urgent warnings flash across the display. Instead, it speaks of quiet discovery, of shared navigation through the cosmic currents. You might notice how certain star clusters, once considered contested, now simply show a shared history, a blend of early Federation outposts and the Quadrites' unique orbital habitats, coexisting in a delicate balance. The light from the projector softly illuminates the quiet console before it, reflecting off polished surfaces. The air is cool and still, carrying only the faintest scent of ozone and ancient data. It's a place designed for understanding, for seeing the full, gentle sweep of history, rather than just its loudest moments. Each star, each nebula, each quiet path whispers of a story not of conquest, but of shared existence beneath the same eternal sky. The cosmic tapestry continues to unfold, not with the grand pronouncements of official histories, but in the quiet, interwoven threads of countless interactions. Imagine now a chamber within a silent station, high above a peaceful, unnamed world. Here, the vastness of the star ocean is brought into gentle focus. Holographic projections hum softly, filling the space with shimmering constellations and nebulae. These aren't just star charts for navigation, they are historical maps, tracing the quiet movements and subtle influences of both the Federation and the Quadrites. Look closely at the luminous patterns. You might notice ancient pathways, once thought to be only Federation routes, now faintly echoing the passage of Quadrite vessels on peaceful missions of trade or shared scientific discovery. Or perhaps shimmering zones where their combined efforts once stabilized a volatile stellar nursery, an untold collaboration lost in the louder tales of expansion. The projections shift with a languid grace, revealing the intricate dances of light and shadow, representing long-forgotten agreements and mutual assistance. The air in this chamber is cool and still, touched by the faint, electric scent of advanced technology. No urgent messages flash across these displays, only the slow, deliberate unfolding of a past that chose quiet understanding over dramatic confrontation. The untold story of the Federation and the Quadrites is not etched in grand monuments, but in these subtle shifts of light, in the harmonious interplay of star systems where their paths gently converged, creating a legacy of shared existence beneath the same eternal sky. It is a story told in the silent glow of 1,000 tiny stars. The silent glow of 1,000 tiny stars begins to soften now, like embers cooling in a cosmic hearth. Each flicker, a whisper of the grand tapestry woven between the Federation and the Quadrites, now gently receding into the velvet depths of the night sky. Their untold story, once a vibrant hum of exploration and understanding, now settles into a quiet, comforting lullaby. Imagine those countless stars, each one a tiny beacon, marking the peaceful convergence of paths, the shared knowledge, and the enduring respect that grew between these stellar communities. You are not just observing them, you are becoming a part of their quiet, eternal narrative, drifting among the faint echoes of their journeys. The vastness of the star ocean stretches out before you, an endless, serene canvas where past and present merge into a singular, tranquil moment. The gentle currents of cosmic dust, the distant shimmer of nebulae, all contribute to this profound sense of peace. There is no urgency here, no need to seek answers or chart new courses. Only the quiet comfort of existing within this boundless, timeless embrace. Allow your thoughts to drift like a lone starship on a long, peaceful voyage, its engines silent, its destination simply the soft, inviting expanse of deep sleep. The tales of the Federation and the Quadrites, their quiet coexistence, their understanding of the stars, have now folded themselves into the calm spaces of your mind. The faint hum of a distant starship, a whisper of cosmic winds, now fades into silence. Your journey through the star ocean's untold story is complete. As the final starlight dims and the last echoes of ancient wisdom settle, know that you are safe, secure, and ready to rest. Close your eyes and let the gentle current of sleep carry you now into the deepest, most restorative peace. Good night.